Hi, I'm Sarah Thurman, and I'm a student at Full Sail University studying digital cinematography. Let's take a look at the evolution of the musical film genre. Sound and film didn't happen overnight, so get out your popcorn as we jump in time, and we'll start at the silent era from the mid 1890s to the late 1920s. These films had live music accompaniment that ranged from a piano to a small orchestra. In 1926, the Vitaphone created synchronous sound with images on film, and at the turn of the century, inventors such as Lee DeForest and others were developing and patenting sound systems that would eventually lead to the first optical sound-on-film technology. In 1927, the first full-length feature to be produced with such technology was called The Jazz Singer. The film was a hit and earned $26 million, which spoke volumes to the studios that audiences loved synchronous sound. This whet the appetites of not only the audience, but the industry as a whole. In 1929, MGM released Broadway Melody, taglined "All talking, all dancing, all singing," and it became the first of its time to receive Best Picture at the 1929 Academy Awards. The adoration audiences had for song and dance was a novelty that big studios capitalized on. They produced 100 musicals in 1930 alone. However, as with novelties, the shine wore off, and audiences were indulging in the free entertainment of radio instead. Brilliant artistry was necessary to bring musicals back to life. Cue the Golden Age. Hollywood nosedived into Broadway material as a source for creating dazzling films. RKO produced films with this sensational audio and visual experience by producing films with Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and numerous iconic hits. Next up, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer comes to the scene to showcase the importance of talented stars with artistic camera work and produced Wizard of Oz in 1935, one of the treasured musicals of the Golden Age, and then released Singin' in the Rain in 1952. Walt Disney had his hands in the cookie jar too, and he cast Julie Andrews as a lead in the classic Mary Poppins in 1964. 20th Century Fox couldn't go without cashing in on musicals and casted the beautiful Julie Andrews, and yet another absolute classic was born, The Sound of Music in 1965. Now, if you ran out of popcorn, get another batch ready for this great cult classic, Rocky Horror Picture Show, released in 1975, and since has gained global popularity and a loyal fan following. Now to the 21st century, and with it comes the amazing remake, Chicago, dazzling us with its sultry numbers and provocative choreography. Have there been iconic musicals since? Certainly, Moulin Rouge being one, and The Greatest Showman for another. And the contenders are still being produced today. But do they harness the early glitz and glamour that the Golden Age gave audiences? That might be a matter of opinion. But no matter what, it all comes down to storytelling. Musicals are more than just telling a story. They take our hand in a tantalizing dance, and they twirl us through a narrative that lets us forget our problems and make believe as we fall in love with their story. I don't know about you, but I embrace the possibility of the next musical film that has the potential to sweep me off my feet into a sensational world of make-believe.